Well, hey there, YouTube. Well, the reason why I got my cam on is because, yes, I made a mistake. I predicted the next flare within several hours of my last video. And, as we can see, was wrong. But, boy, was I way wrong. This is very curious when we're looking at the front and the back side of the sun. We got our Earth is going to be rotating to the backside of the sun. And I got this actually from a friend of mine. He kind of made me aware of this, is that there's been more flaring on the backside than the front side. And that we're actually rotating into that backside view. And that makes a lot of sense when we're now really entering the danger zone, the more dangerous zone. But uh, yeah, no X flares, man. Quiet. Thank goodness. I'm glad I'm wrong when I'm like that. But I thought I'd put my webcam so I can look you guys in the eyes and say, hey, I was wrong. You get that magnetic connections and mixing going on. You know, can alert anybody. Uh, but as we can see, no complex mixing going on now. Thank goodness for that. The thing seems to be pretty stable for now. Uh, even though the reports from the sunspot itself are stating it's still beta gamma delta and still pretty huge, and it grew from the last report. Got the area right here. And, but the predictions are so far everything's steady. The magnetopause did a very good job last night, and so far nothing of real huge concern. They do have this, detection here. They're pointing out here on these charts, the incoming CME. But yeah, I'm so glad I was wrong on this. We still got the solar absorption rate is still up, and yeah, if we get a flare, sure, this could make things a little bit more difficult. So, but I see that it's actually calming down on the spectrums because actually these were pegged out here. So we're getting through this. It's going to be a 30 plus hour event from last night on. Just keep your eyes to the sky. A lot of chemtrailing going on here in Iowa. A lot of chemtrailing. And we're going to have ice storms on my daughter's birthday on Friday. And perhaps on Friday, my daughter and I will do a vid for you. And for her 1 year birthday, I love her so much. Her name is Hope Elizabeth. And so she is who she says she is. Shout out to Ben Time Traveler. He's a neat guy. You should go check him out. Um, there's a guy Shadow Burned out there that I like. He's on my subscription list, even though I keep that private. I keep a lot of stuff private on my site for a reason. Because it's not all about my clicks or views or subscribers or subscriptions. I like to communicate with the community out there, like BP Earthwatch and Suspicious Observers. I talk to them on a regular basis. And so, I really got their points of view, but that's not where I get my information. I get them all from the official sites and let them educate me as well. Uh, and, because that's your real raw data, and I love to interpret that stuff. I love to look at it. I can get a sense on how things work and take the advice too. Hey, when I'm wrong, I'm going to come out there. I'm going to tell you I'm wrong. And I'm not afraid to do that. I'd like to be corrected, please. If there's people that watch my vids and I'm wrong in some way, or I'm out there on a live event. I'm not a troll, by the way, but I like to go out and listen to Dana. He's pretty cool out there on those live events. You can see that on my history. I like to make that public on the things that I like. So go out and check that stuff out. It's stuff that I want you to see. Um, so it's you can find me as Solar Max Man on Google Plus. Um, and that'll be for my live events that I'm will be scheduling. But as you can see, our protons are leveling back down to S2 levels. That's pretty good. So hopefully those guys up there at the space station can come out of their UAVs and not be so concerned about the radiation. Let's see. Yeah, the pictures, particle levels seem to have calmed down on Alaska. So, yeah, hopefully those guys up there on the space station can uh, move about as freely as they need to. That's an interesting little view there. So yeah, it's still pretty dense out there. Uh, so perhaps they'll still hunker down. I don't know when they're going to reschedule this rocket launch for this satellite they wanted to put in orbit. I think they're going to launch it off the coast of Virginia. Yeah, I believe so. That's where it was. But yeah, this storm canceled all that. They're canceling flights over the polar regions, uh, which is probably a pretty good idea. Well, anyway, I'm going to keep this one short. I just really had to come out here with my correction. Hey, no X-flaring in, but this is unusual in and of itself, where if you go back on the history on this particular graph, there's a lot of activity. Okay, now it's just complete quiet with the beta gamma delta. Maybe it's like the calm before the storm, guys. So take care. Let me know, guys, also about your chemtrail activity in your area. So if you notice an increase when this stuff happens right here. And afterwards, of course, when they prepare for the impact. So anyway, guys, take care. God bless you.